Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are at the Tiger Creek Preserve. We are southeast of Lake Wales, Florida. And we're doing the Creek Bluffs loop today. It's like 2.5 miles, something roughly. And we're kind of checking this out. We actually started the trail from the parking lot a little while ago. I wasn't sure there was going to be anything good here, but it got really thick woods. And looks like we're at a creek already. The water's fairly deep. That water's about 4.5 feet deep. And straight here into the bridge. I see some fish in there though. Yeah, this is quite interesting to start with. And this place is deserted. There was one car in the parking lot. And this is part of a much larger area. There's over 10 miles of trails at this preserve. Obviously, we're not going to do all that today. We're just kind of going to do one, get a feel, see if it's worth coming back to in the future. And we'll go from there. We came to another intersection here. This one says 27. I'm not quite sure what that references to, but we just came from that direction up here to this T. And we're going to go right and see where this takes us. And that creek we crossed over was Tiger Creek, by the way. If I didn't mention that before. And it's got that black water look to it from the trees and the shrubs around here. And this was actually all part of an ancient island back in the day, whenever there was an ocean inland here. So that's pretty cool. And whatever this is, looks like he was either hit by lightning or it was burned whenever they do the prescribed burns. Man, that thing is toast. And yeah, we started at the Wakeford Trailhead today. So it looks like this starts the loop. And as per usual for what we do, we always stay to the right. So we'll head off this direction. Starting down this little hill here to a runoff from where they would go to the creek eventually. Man, this thing's not very stable. Thing's bowing and twisting as I'm walking on it. Kind of an interesting way to start this trail. But I do like it being kind of woodsy. I can actually see the creek just down below there. I brought you guys back out for a minute because I thought this view is kind of pretty. It kind of looks out over into this basin here. I don't know if there's water in the bottom of that or not. I would guess there probably is or was at some point. It kind of goes down, comes back up, and then it dips sharply, and then it kind of rolls and then works its way back up the other side. So I don't know if there's like a sinkhole over there or not. I am aware there are a few of those around here that not many people know about. But that's what it kind of looks like to me from my experiences dealing with that kind of stuff. We just got to this really high up spot here overlooking Tiger Creek down below. I mean, that's a good 50 feet down, something like that. You can see how it's, you know, snakes over that way, and going back over that was where we came from earlier at that first bridge. It's pretty interesting. And like I said, we're quite a ways up this hill. Being this is sand too, it's like this has been cutting this little valley out over the years. So we've been continuing on for a little while. And we're kind of in this real thick stuff right now. I don't like whenever the trail kind of closes in on itself like this, because it's complete thicket. You can't see anything either side, and this is taller than my head, and I'm like 5'11". But if you come across anything potentially dangerous here, you really have no way out besides the the direction you came from. You can't go side to side in case you come across something. And on this stretch right here has been known in the past to be a lot of panther crossings. So supposedly they are and do travel through this area quite a bit. So there's always the potential you could come face to face with one of those here, plus anything else you might find in this state, which is quite a long list. But always be kind of mindful of where you're at, what you're doing, and be kind of prepared for anything, because you just don't know for sure what you're going to come across. Okay, so we've been still going along. Over the hill to my right is the creek again, and I looked over the side because I could hear something, and it was a huge wild pig down in the valley, and it was quite large, one of the largest ones I've ever seen. I'll post that picture somewhere, either in this video or it'll be on one of my social media pages, such as like Instagram or Facebook, if you guys want to check that out. The links to those will be in the description below. Okay, so the trail goes left, and a little chute down here towards the water. I figured we'd come down and take another glance at it. And this is all sand again, so you just got to be careful you don't fall, which is something I would do. Yeah, it's kind of pretty. Just a little meandering little creek. There's some fish in it. Oh man, this place is dead quiet and peaceful. Another T intersection. That way doesn't say anything about where it goes. Of course, we just came from the right. I guess this will start taking us back around on this loop. I'm just looking here. There's is a heavily used animal path. It's all roughed up from my hooves, and it goes that way. By the looks of it, looks like more pig tracks. And if I didn't mention it before, this entire preserve covers over 10,000 acres down here. So that's quite remarkable. So there could be a lot of stuff, hiding in this brush. I mean, you can't see anything on the other side. It's just so thick. We're about to get buzzed by fighter jets, I think. Actually, those are A-10 Warhogs. Yeah, A-10 Warhogs. There's a Air Force bombing range really close by to our south. We're up on top of this ridge now. I mean, we're way up higher than what we were a little bit ago. Like everything below us kind of dips off down to the valley where the creek was. So we're kind of just up here on top of this little hump, looking around. Okay, we're at a interchange here. If you go straight, it continues deeper into this preserve to the Highlands Loop. But obviously going this way is the Creek Bluffs Loop, which is what we're gonna continue and work our way back towards the main parking lot. This trip has gotten to be quite interesting, as I can still hear the A10 warthogs in the distance. They're practicing, apparently, because I can hear that their front cannon shooting off in the distance. We've almost completed this loop, but I saw this little offshoot here. It goes down towards that, what I thought was a sinkhole earlier. This really isn't part of the trails that I know of, but it looks fairly well traveled, so I figured we might as well take a peek down in here just to see if there's anything hiding here. Okay, we finished this loop, which has been pretty fun. We've seen a lot. The weather's changed, drastically. When we first got here, it looked like it was going to rain, but it's all cleared up now and getting quite hot. And yeah, right here, make the left. So we're working our way back towards the main parking lot. Back to the boardwalk, over the bridge, over the water. Looks a lot different coming through here now than it was, a while ago. All the little birds. But yeah, I mean, you can see where the pigs are traveling down through here. Through that brush. But yeah, I guess they're just running this basin. See a couple of little fishies. Water's pretty. Reminds me of the Blackwater River back in West Virginia. Alright, we're back at the parking lot. And let's kind of go over some of the information here real quick. And this was owned by the Nature Conservancy. So it talks about everything. Just a big map, like, Lake Wales, Stair. We're down over here right now. And looking down through Nature Conservancy, and just, giving you all the information. If you guys want to read that more, feel free to pause it. Little hiker checklist, trail maps. We did the Creeks Bluff Loop today, so we did that one. And you can just see how big this preserve is. I mean, we just did that one. You have all of this other stuff you could do. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't yet, give it a like, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next week.